Time.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberin.
Get the...
Scotty, as good as your word.
Aye, sir. The more they overthink the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the drain.
And they probably redesigned the whole sick bay, too. I know engineers, they love to change things.
Get those nerds!
Nerd!
Nerds!
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like those clips. No big reason for it. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I'll just start late, everyone. I was having some scheduling with the later show issues that I will address in a second. But first, I want to thank you all for being here and thank the great J-Man for joining me for another Clobby's Classic Comics review and the excursion into the world of Bob, the wacky world, I should say. Of Bob
Yes.
You're on Superman month on Clobbering Time. It's good to see you, bud.
Oh, thank you for having me on. I love traveling to Earth B.
Earth B is the best, man. I love it. Yeah. Well, let's see. Show notes really quickly, folks. Later, I had planned here, and I got, let's see, I had this planned. Gonna be reviewing this with Carlos, for the man who has everything, and he can't make it. So I don't know. I probably will just push this to another night and try to get him back. So yeah, he's not gonna be able to make it. So I'm sorry about that. I really wanted to review it with him, but I'm not gonna review it without him, I guess. So or who knows? Maybe I will. But we'll see. Anyway, so I'll do something later. It just won't be that, I guess. It'll just be Superman month in general, I suppose. Maybe I'll review a random Superman comic by myself. I'll pick one out and just read it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, do like a roll a 20-sided dice or something, and like and just pick, go to the comic site and just scroll, and then stop scrolling for a second, and then wherever it lands, it lands.
Within reason. It's got to be it's got to be a legit Superman comic.
Unless
by the way,
yeah.
And I will get you to do that with me, but I know you work late, so. but otherwise, of course, the invite's always open. Let's say some hellos. This is a special time, of course, Clobbering Times. Usually we do it 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as you all know, but it is, of course, a special visit to Earth B and Bob Haney, and I always love doing that. It's always so much fun. But first, we'll shout out our wrenches, whether they're here or not. They get the shout out, the great Eric the Bronze Wrencher. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, bud. Chris Persia, Vindicator Wrench of the North. The great D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron, the God of Wrenching, Lord Thoth, and of course the lovely Lady Thoth. We always shout out to her because she's such a nice lady. And hey, Avon lives and long live the Legion, my brother. He's here with me tonight, my partner in crime on Earth, B, the wrench without fear, J-Man. Master of the Claboni, a visual artist at Clobberin time, and the cover of Science Fiction Tales by R.M. Briggs. Hungry Boy. Cal L. Buddy, the real super wrench. Wielder of wrench Bionia, Maddie's daddy. And that old curmudgeon, Fanty Outsidey. So we'll see who else is up in before we get started. To say hello, Wagner.
Hey.
I can't say it like Raquel does, I shouldn't even try. Right?
Yeah, Quagnar.
Of course. Comic Relief Crusader, hail. Good to see you. Brian Hepburn, hey there. Good to see you, Brian. Welcome. Okay. I think that's everyone so far. We've got shouted out and wrenches and stuff. So we'll get down to beeswax pretty quickly here. Everybody, of course, as you all know, we've decided to at least on a monthly basis, we hope, to take an excursion to the great Earth B, to visit with one of the most eclectic, crazy, out there writers that ever wrote in the history of comics, the Hemingway of comics, really. Only because he kind of fancied himself a Hemingway, I believe. Maybe I'm overstating it a little bit, but and so far, our visits to Earth B have entailed. Our first one was way back in October, I believe, where we reviewed one of the crazy. This is I'm probably still going to hold this up as the craziest comic ever made. Yeah, certainly up there. One day, at the end of the year, we'll do a award, the Haneys.
Oh yes, that's a brilliant idea.
We're going to pick the craziest comics ever.
Oh, that's great. Yes,
it just popped in there. So that's awesome. You and me, man. You and me, we'll do that. Okay, so there's that one. Then of course that Christmas we covered.
Yep.
This classic. We had an Xmas with Bob Haney, and then we covered this crazy some sack of hammers here. Brave 100.
And that one's on the cover. That one's one of the
a lot of fun.
Featured on the new cover.
It's nutty, man. And now tonight, folks, we will take a look. But I got a Clobby Cosell welcome better than a king cake. Oh wow. I don't know. King cakes can be good sometimes. Sometimes they're not so good though. It just depends on where you get the king cake, I've found. It's good. It's got to be in New Orleans or it's not a king cake. Just saying. So Jay, this one here, man.
Yep. Who's the secret partner?
Who's the secret team up?
I don't know. I bet you it's the Riddler because there's a question mark. So maybe
I bet it is the Riddler.
I bet you it's the Riddler.
I didn't think of that. Yes, folks. This is Brave and the Bold number 150. Something of a. Even this is back when comics were so innocent and fun that they celebrated half landmarks. Not like they always celebrated issue 100 and issue 200 and issue 3. But sometimes 150 was a big deal. I remember these. Both Marvel and DC is known to celebrate a 150 once in a while back then. You know what I mean?
Oh, they can't even get to issue 12. They rebooted Shazam. I just saw it on Facebook. They rebooted Shazam again. I actually posted and DC responded to me. I posted saying, "Oh, I can't wait to collect the 7 issues before it gets rebooted again."
What do they say?
No, they just put like a wow emoji, I'm crazy or whatever.
They admit basically even they were laughing.
Yeah, even they're laughing because this thing gets rebooted every 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, these are the good. I love the old numbering when they would. When they would keep the old numbering and didn't have to restart a new freaking series, but such innocent times. But anyway, 150, of course. Bob Haney. Well, we'll just dive right into it about it. Hey, Gas Mask, good to see you, buddy. Of course, it's Monday Night Mark C Comics Talk, and we always dedicate it to the great Mark C. And I think this is part 1 of tonight's shows. And Gas Mask, of course, is the son of the great Mark C. So good to see you there, buddy. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Everyone, get that M in there, if you would, please, for the great Mark. Mark C. Good to see you there, buddy.
40 cents for this comic. Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty put out at the time that comics had gone up to 40 freaking cents, man. Because
Wow.
see, I remember when I started buying them, they were just passing from the 20 to 25 cent. So when I really started buying them hot and heavy, they were 25ers. And they were 25 for a good while. And then I remember these covers, and I think it was Marvel. I don't know if DC, I think it may be Marvel doing this. Hello there, Michelle O'Rourke Johansson. Good to see you, dear. I think it was Marvel that started it with it. It was 1 month. The comic said still only 25 cents, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what do you mean still only? What is that supposed to mean?"
Right.
Being a naive young man, being a young pup as it was, and being like 12 or 13 whenever they did that, or 14, whatever it was. So then, I found out what that means, didn't I?
That's
Went
like
right to 30 cents. 30 cents for a short time, then right up to 35. And then, well, not to put too fine a point on it, mind you, here we are at 40 cents. So
40 cents.
See. Yeah, buddy. Well, what can you do? All right. So, let's see. Let me get this one on there. All right, folks.
All
so
right,
we're about to make our excursion back to Earth B for the big anniversary issue, the fantastic 150th anniversary issue, according to the top seats right there on the cover there.
Yep.
Can you see my mouse thingy?
Yeah, I can see your mouse. Yes.
Okay, good. So here we go. Fantastic 150th anniversary issue. Now 40 cents. So they're telling you, right? This is that month, I guess, where DC made the price hike again.
Right.
Great Jim Aparo version, drawing of Batman. Can you discover who my co-star is in this special story? Well, if I read it, I can, right? That's all I ask.
Can't guess based on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do best on the cover? So, I mean, why would you, again, it's silly to put it on the cover. You just say, you will thrill when you find out who my guest star is, the Riddler. Oh, I'm sorry, we spoiled it, everybody. Sorry, we spoiled that. Oh, there's a...
Oh, Eric gave us super... Okay.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you, buddy. Says Clobby's first comic cost 2 shiny shells and a sharp stick. Captain Cave, number 1.
There wasn't any writing in it though. It was just art.
No,
there wasn't any language. So it was just like cave drawings.
Keep your this is Devlin, Michelle's husband, asking us to keep Michelle in our prayers, everything. So everyone, yes, okay, I understand, Devlin. Thank you. Hope Michelle is okay. Larry, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Big shout out to Michelle, and I hope she's okay there. Devlin, good luck, man. So it's a great apparel cover with some, of course, some background, which they've done covers like this before. I remember Batman number 200 has a great cover like this with a Neil Adams Batman and Robin on it, but with that kind of background.
Right.
Pretty cool. And then Action Comics 500 did that. Anyway, today Gotham, tomorrow the world. Woo! What does that mean?
I don't know.
We have some cool ads here for some military figures because ads were fun back then. And now, folks, the Brave and the Bold. I like how, if you notice this logo, that's a throwback to the original logo of the comic.
Oh, cool.
Where they had like characters like the Viking Prince and all these other different types of, Robin Hood and all these other back before, stuff like that. The sun hammers down on Gotham City, bouncing off every brick and cobble, singling out one striding citizen, Edward T. Weeks, businessman, who unaware is shadowed by a tall masked legend. So this guy is, I guess, getting married or whatever.
Well, sort of, but there's a little bit of a twist coming up.
Yeah. And Batman.
I mean, this is so odd already. Well, wait till we get to the twist.
It's very weird. Right, yes. Batman's thinking to himself, the terrorist gang that snatched half a dozen hostages lately has promised to abduct Weeks, yet he's still standing around out in public. Wait a minute. Why don't you tell him and you put him under guard or something? Why are you letting where are all the cops? Where are all the guards and stuff? No, Batman can handle it, sure.
Right.
I've got to show those murderous goons they can't terrorize my town.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I
I'm
think
not
they
sure
can.
about
I
that.
think they
I'm not
can.
too sure.
Faithful ones, we've traveled a long, incredible road together to this, the crowning 150th Brave and Bold issue. Now stay with it as the one and only Batman teams with an amazing ally in a supreme battle.
Oh,
A supreme battle against an enemy who howls today, Gotham. Tomorrow, the world.
yep.
So Bob Haney, writer, 117th appearance.
Wow.
Let's give him a hand.
Yes. Yep.
Bob, well done, Bob. Jim Aparo, his 49th appearance. Hey.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. And Jerry Serpe is always colorist, and my old, I'm a big fan of the guy, but man, he was young at this point. Paul Levitt's editor. So, you really blame him for the silliness if you think about it. This, of course, was from a cover dated May of 1979, folks. So you'll know. And my eyes aren't always on the chat, so they're on this. So every now and then I'll come back over and check, see if we've got anybody popping in, but I can't see what's going on there as much. All right. So, dude.
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
We start out, and true to the terrorist promise, first panel, I don't know what's going on. The bridegroom looks angry. Someone says, "Look out!" Now she's got a gun.
Yeah, so she had it like in the bouquet of flowers. Like, this is so odd because, okay, firstly, if they know Weeks is going to be kidnapped, who's that old guy with the purple suit? Where's the guards? Where's the people trailing him? And then there's a wedding taking place, a fake wedding taking place right in front of where the guy happens to be walking. How did they know that he was going to be walking there during their fake wedding? And if they're just going to pull out a gun on him and throw him into a car, why do they even need to fake a wedding? Like, just walk up and grab him. Like,
I don't understand.
This is page 1. This is page 2. We haven't even started, and I'm already like, what is happening? This is like so odd.
I don't understand it. So it's a fake wedding just to kill this guy.
Right.
What? Yeah, but the thing is, like 2 instances later, incredible, but they won't get away with yow. And they have spikes on top of the freaking.
Oh my God.
They have spikes on top of the car. They're laughing at Batman. He's such a gimp.
And then he falls over like an idiot.
It is later in a city that has been only disturbed shutters at something worse. You've got some gulls showing up, but Gordon and Batman hate each other.
They hate each other in this, yeah.
They hate each other in a lot of Haney comics. You didn't protect Weeks, or this poor passerby killed in that phony wedding shootout. Yep. Wait a minute, a passerby got it too.
Yeah, so wow. You actually see them firing on random people, which I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, they're psychotic.
Yeah, they're bad guys. Yeah,
and Batman's arm is in a sling, which doesn't really get mentioned later because like he's got his arm in a sling, and you're like, okay, is that?
Yeah, that doesn't even. He says ouch earlier.
Yeah, it's like,
so yeah. And again, man, these guys are antagonistic. Thanks for the build-up, Commissioner. This battalion of doom bunch is uncanny. But what do they want? They've made no demands yet. We're turning Gotham inside out. We'll find that. We're going to watch this word on YouTube. That terriblest.
Oh, okay.
We'll find that terriblest lair and rescue the hostages.
Right.
You can bet your cow on that. World's greatest detective. Like, wow, man.
Wow. Yeah, he's mocking him.
Jim. I thought you guys were buddies.
Well, Jim's not doing great either. If they've threatened to kidnap Weeks, what was Jim doing this whole time? Like, I understand, okay, like you're not that great either. And then this is where I had my epiphany when I was reading this comic that the Robert Pattinson Batman is based on Bob Haney's Batman because he sucks.
Oh my God! Hey, Sean Mint. By the way, good to see you.
Hey, Sean.
Wait a minute.
Right?
That's perfect.
He sucks so bad. I'm like, oh, now I know the comics they read to make Robert
Bob
Pattinson.
Haney is secretly still alive and wrote the Batman?
I think so, because he's like, it's all for idiots anyways. Who cares? That's like,
that's fantastic. I love it. Dude, that is brilliant. Love it. Man.
It is brilliant. I'm serious. I was like, oh my God, because Batman sucks and this Gordon's a loser. I'm like, this must be what they're basing the movie on.
They've been reading Bob Haney comics.
Bob Haney. It's making me appreciate it a lot more. I'm going to have to rewatch that now.
Oh my God. I love how Batman just it's so weird, their relationship. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like, I mean, they were always, pretty professional, and they weren't like, they never, even before they were, best pals and stuff. When
Right.
Frank Miller did that, they were professional and respected each other, but not with Haney. I
Oh,
doubt it,
no, yeah.
Commissioner. Gotham's up against a new and terrifying enemy, absolutely ruthless and mysterious. The Coffin? Wayne. What could those terriblists want with that playboy? Maybe they need a fourth for bridge, Commissioner. See you. Wow, dude. What in the hell is wrong with you guys? We shall abduct Bruce Wayne. No one can stop us for we are the Battalion of Doom. The Battalion of Doom.
Yep.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, it's like, all right, the battalion. Yeah, and they look like the guys that came out of the comic, but we'll see them later on. Like they look like the. Yeah, I wonder if that was supposed to be the same. I can't remember if that was the same group or not.
Hey, Sherry, the beautiful,
Sherry.
lovely Sherry. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you're doing well. It is always great to see you. So, here's a major plot point. Shortly, a puzzled masked man returns to the present. The penthouse he resides in as Bruce Wayne. Back then, folks, Robin was in college, and Bruce Wayne left Wayne Manor to live in a penthouse in Gotham. Mm-hmm. A real twist. The battalion after me, but maybe I can twist their terriblest tales. I got to watch that word now.
Yeah.
By sending Bruce Wayne on a vacation trip to nowhere. So anyway, he gets a call from some guy that works for him, or one of his, telling him someone stole something from his father's art collection. A small print from it wasn't worth much compared to the nearby paintings. Better tighten your security, Carlton. Sorry, I have more important things on my mind. That's not very Batman-like.
Right.
What happened to the world's greatest detective? Ever the smallest detail.
Right.
Well,
that should mean something.
That should really, Batman, the greatest, world's greatest detective, which they keep calling him even in this comic, would have said, So the day that someone's planning to kidnap me, that they just told me, that they've just, someone stole something from me.
I wonder if that means something. No, it doesn't. It's fine.
Nah, it'll be fine. So Bruce Wayne says, like a witch, like a bitch.
Yeah.
He gets electrocuted because someone set up his phone.
Okay, so this is so absurd. But they set it up so that when he puts it back down, it shocks him. But then they come in with guns and kidnap him and Alfred. So if you're going to come in with guns and kidnap him and Alfred, why even bother shocking him? Just come in and grab him. Like, I don't, like, none of this makes any sense at all.
It's so overkill. These guys look like those dudes he fought in that Sergeant Rock team up.
Yeah, they're the same ones.
They're the same
Bob
guys.
Haney loves these, like,
he loves
Cobra Commander.
These purple hooded guys.
Yeah, purple Cobra Commanders.
Sometime later. Whoops. Shite. Sorry.
It jumped on you. Nope.
What does that? Where were we? Whoa.
Yeah, this site does that.
Yeah, it does that. They brought him to some secret locale. Blah blah blah. You're okay. You're gonna be fine. We have this newspaper. We want you to take a picture of it because that's what terriblists do to their hostages.
Yeah.
Right. So, Fanty, what's up, dude? So here we go. He's captured by they said, remember us from issue 124? But we have some fun ads too, though. Batman and Robin magnets.
Oh, that's cool.
I had some magnets like that. I think those are Migos. Whoa. And then we have some comic strips, which made beef jerky. Slim Jim.
Slim. Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
Yep. I used to love some Slim Jims.
Yeah, those are great.
Back to our regularly scheduled comic. In those those hostages, including yourself, will be executed if our demands for complete surrender of all of political, financial, and police power in Gotham are not met by specified deadline. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just hand everything over to you guys because you threatened to kill a few people.
Right.
That always works.
Nonsense.
That always works. Taking power by terror? It will never work, friend. Gotham's leaders, its people are too tough. Wrong, Mr. Millionaire. Terror is expertly applied will crack any person or city. And when Gotham falls, then the entire country will follow just as easily because we have purple hoods. We know these things.
Yeah. Don't mess with the battalion of doom.
No, you are no, absolutely. I like what he says. We are not ordinary criminals. We are the new wave, the new power, the new future.
I wonder how many people you need to consider it a battalion. Like how many? Like
right.
It's like we have 13. Get a couple more.
I think a battalion's a whole lot.
It's a whole lot.
I think they're lying when they say they're a battalion, but I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I call shenanigans on your battalion moniker.
Oh boy, crucial plot point. This silo is quite escape proof. But to make certain you remain here, meet Moses Carnes, alias the Keeper, imported from the coast. To guard you. He's imported. He doesn't have to wear a hood. He's lucky because these hoods really itch and they're hot. But this guy doesn't have to wear one because he doesn't care if you know who he is. Right?
Yeah,
he doesn't matter.
I love how they're like, why do you need to import guys if you have like...
Yeah. He's your muscle. What'd you bring this guy in for? Oh, God. To make doubly certain you are a model hostage, remember, we have your faithful Alfred. Your faithful Alfred. If you escape, he dies. Now I leave you with Keeper Cards. There's much to do to prepare for the new order. At least he didn't say new world order.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. So that's the leader of the battalion, according to this. Sit down, Mr. Wayne. Whap!
It's like his entire body has been hit with that fist. It's
yes.
like...
Damn,
like, look, wow. It was like his whole body. Like, that's the biggest fist punch ever.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. He's fighting back.
Bruce Wayne's going to fight him here. And, yeah, that doesn't go too well. This guy apparently is big bruiser, and Bruce, just doesn't have a chance against this guy. We don't know why.
I don't know.
He is tough. I could have gone all out, but that could make him suspicious. So the guy says, yeah, stay in here, you big millionaire wuss.
All right.
So Bruce, of course, yeah, again, this Bob Haney exposition is always fun. He says, Carnes did me a favor when he belted me onto the bed. I felt it had rope webbing supporting the mattress. You could have just, was it necessary to think that? You could have just checked, yeah.
Right. Or you can check.
Yeah, but anyway. Just check for things to escape like a detective would.
It's a good thing I got hit into this accidental thing, which I can now use for my escape.
Right. I mean, why are you writing like that? But, So he gets away. He goes back. I guess he finds his Batman outfit. He goes to at the Wayne's penthouse. Good evening, Commissioner. Yeah. What is that supposed to mean? Yeah. Like
Batman.
Started him. Batman, how did you get in here? I'm checking out clues on Wayne's kidnapping. You stupid. I didn't say that part. It's all obvious. The battalion waited for Wayne to go disco hopping or whatever. Grabbed him. Disco hopping. On the street. No sign of struggle here. Really? I thought you were going to say the butler did it. What is this about?
I don't know. I'm not even sure. This is where the plot goes really weird because, first of all, he escaped, which means Alfred's dead because he said, if you escape, we'll kill Alfred. So he didn't care about that. Then he goes back home, puts on his bat costume, then comes up. I guess he went home, snuck through the apartment, put on his bat costume, then snuck back to pretend that he had snuck in and say, hey guys, I'm here, all to listen to this message so that he could go back and pretend he's captured again. Like how many hours did that take? He would have been gone for a long time.
A long time. Absolutely. There was a couple of panels. But was this snarky, really? I thought you were going to say the butler did it.
Yeah, really? Come on.
Alfred, some joke. He'd been snatched too. Okay, boys, back to headquarters and see what the anti-terriblest dragnet has hauled in. And then he listens to this message, like you said. Oh, no, not that trivia again. Got to move. Wait a minute. Once again, he totally dismisses. Right. Called to French again, leaving this message, Bruce, about that his stolen historical print in bold letters, I might add. It was a drawing of the old Gotham Mining Company's digs long ago near Walnut and Green Streets. Oh, no, not that trivia again. He's the world's not greatest detective. Nothing's trivia if you're a detective.
Yeah.
I mean, this can't be a coinky dink.
Right. Come on, Pattinson, figure it out.
Wouldn't the detective go, I wonder what that means? I mean, he doesn't know. Granted, he doesn't know what it means, but he goes, that's got to mean something.
Yeah, it has to be, and it's like he's kidnapped on the same day that stuff is stolen from his museum's thing. Like, okay, well, that's like you would just check that anyways. Like any police officer would just check anything anyways. Like, so it's like he's not even doing what a beat cop would investigate that, right? Like,
and it comes into play later.
Yeah, it does.
So he gets back, and the Riddler and or whoever that is, that mysterious guy is. Just kidding.
Yep.
Carnes.
Catcher
Carnes clown. I thought it was Keeper, but now he's Catcher.
Yeah,
because
it was Keeper.
It's outside. It's my neck. Oh yeah, it's Keeper. Anyway, but let's do the important stuff. Wonder Woman and the Golden Treasure. Yes, Wonder Woman and a Twinkies ad.
I do love Twinkies though.
And it's weird, rare to see Kurt Swan do a Wonder Woman of ever. Although I had a different inker.
Hostess Twinkies.
Yeah. So, everyone, as we all remember, there's no problem that cannot be solved by Hostess cupcakes, fruit pies, and Twinkies.
And Ovaltine.
And, well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, Bruce Wayne is once again getting his butt whooped by this gigantic dude and Keeper Carnes.
Yeah.
Inside, Mr. Wiggs, I thought you brought you here because Bruce Wayne must witness your execution. Gotham City refused to pay our demands, so he's gonna kill this dude.
Right. And there was a clue to Keeper Carnes where Bruce is like, oh, he got here so fast. Like, how did he, it's like, it's almost like he just kind of teleported in, or so there was like a little bit of a mystery as to how did Carnes get into the silo so quickly or something. I think that was there. So that's just a little bit of a hint as to who this Carnes could be.
Yes. Yep. It's pretty cool though. It's really just brilliant, man. It's just this comic. Maybe you know why? Because I love any comic where someone says, "You murdering scum." I mean, that just really does it for me.
So they just shot that guy right there.
Shot him, boom, right there. He's dead. Dead, Mr. Wayne. A new world can only be built on the bones of the exploiters. Take him out, Keeper. Bob, is that how you really feel? I'm just wondering. Now you will sign this plea to Gotham's mayor and police commissioner. Another hostage will die. You swine. I have no choice.
I don't even know what, like, I don't. So this is really weird. Like, what does it even mean? Like, you're gonna sign a plea? Well, just sign it. Like, why would you need to kill someone anyways? I'll sign it. Whatever. Like, they're not gonna do anything anyways. What is the point of it? And what is that plea supposed to? I don't
understand what they think it's gonna do. They think because Bruce Wayne signed it.
Yeah, like, does Bruce Wayne control the mayor? Like, mayor, please give all control to the Battalion of Doom because I say so and I'm a hostage. It's
ridiculous. Carnes, you creep. I got to tell to you, make a deal. A cool $1 million of my money if you let me go.
All right.
Now, when he comes in, what in blazes? You called, pal? Got to try anyway. Boom, right upside the head. Thinks he got away there. Incredible. He came through the silo wall like some phantom.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the
that
first
blow
one.
hit him out and solid enough, right?
Yeah.
Now we find, I love this next bitch where he runs off, changes back to Batman, then he goes to the morgue. This week's looks like he's a DOA. But we're giving an inch. We're giving an inch to that infernal battalion. It's war to the. It's war to the. He's moving. Good God! So dude's alive, right?
Yep.
Why is he alive?
I don't know.
It's amazing. His
crazy.
wounds were almost magically free of the bullets and neatly sutured, closed as if by some master surgeon. Impossible, Doc. Thank the stars, the poor man is alive. No, Commissioner Edward. Edward T. Weeks is dead for now. Oh, he tells him we got to leave him dead.
Right.
It's bizarre, inhuman, but I guess it must be done. Batman, where are you going? I'm overdue at a coming in party. A coming in party? Commissioner, hang on. Okay.
I'll give Batman a point there. We should start keeping score. That was a smart thing to pretend that he's dead.
Right. Let's be fair to Bob.
Yeah, that was a good move, Pattinson. You've done well on this on that panel. Sorry,
Bob ain't Earth Pattinson. Bob ain't Matthew Reeves may be from Earth B.
He might be.
George Abrams sure is.
All right.
So down deserted, curfew, quiet streets, Batman moves quickly. When must move it. Alfred would be, keep her cards after me. So anyway, he gets tackled by him, gets picked up, and I love this part. I mean, he's the worst. He's the world's worst detective because he's being carried. Oh, why? I didn't realize it before. Carnes, he's no hired thug. He's some kind of supervillain.
Yep.
So ads for gum. Right.
There goes my Riddler theory. So I don't think it's the Riddler.
Are you saying it's not the Riddler?
I'm saying it's not the Riddler. Yeah.
Anybody know who this hero is yet? Has anybody out there in the chat figured out who this hero is? So he said some villain. He's the punching power of a hero like Wildcat, the brute strength of Ultra, walks through walls like the Phantom Stranger, and now is racing like the Flash. And he knows me. What crook fits that bill? I don't know. I can't even imagine. Bibbo, there you go.
Oh,
that's close.
That's close. You're close.
But the Batman has no time for further frantic speculation after a quick switch. So he switched back to Bruce Wayne. Welcome back, Mr. Wayne. You've broken our rules, and for that you must be punished. You too, Keeper. But I brought him back. He won't escape again. No. Now more hostages must die, and their blood will be on your hands. Both of you. I don't know why I talk like this now all of a sudden, but I have a purple mask. I can talk anywhere. Damn it, please. So it's madness. You just can't go on killing people one by one. You know you can. It's got a gun.
And plus he did already in front of you.
He already did. So certainly that's futile. Gotham will never give in to that kind of thing. That's great writing.
That's right, Mr. Wayne. Therefore, we have decided to escalate the final phase. Somewhere in Gotham City, vast urban sprawl, is hidden an atomic device capable of destroying the entire city and its 8 million citizens. If our demands are not met by noon Thursday, because Thursday's a good day for someone, I'm sure you'll agree. No one's really doing anything on a Thursday. I thought that would be, a nice day to do it. Tuesday, nothing happens on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. People are so busy, and no one wants to ruin a Friday or even Saturday. Under the question. So Thursday, just common sense, right? Gotham has a rendezvous with.
Don't do it on Hump Day.
Holocaust. I'm not going to say that word. A rendezvous with Holocaust.
Yeah.
War room. Well, that sounds messy, pal. It won't wash, friend. Ever since Batman defeated a teen gang's use of atomic blackmail, a teen gang. I gotta find that one. New sophisticated technology. Wait a minute, continuity, Bob? Really? Wow. Holy shit! Okay, go ahead and give him a point for that one.
Yep.
I know you're not keeping score literally, but give Bob a point. He has continuity. Wow. New sophisticated techniques can sniff out a bomb in no time.
Not this bomb, Mr. Wayne. But I believe I hear our guests.
Okay, sorry. I couldn't resist it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Rami Saletti. Green Eggs and Hammy, good to see you. All right, then. So where were we, Jay? I lost track. Oh,
all right. So now they're bringing in the big, they're bringing in Alfred here.
Right. They're bringing in Alfred to be, he's going to execute your loyal servant.
Yep.
He says, no, don't endanger yourself, Mr. Wayne. Alfred Thaddeus Crane Pennyworth does not fear the Grim Reaper. Good old Alfred. You tell him.
Yeah, he's brave. He's the brave and the bold. That's what they mean.
He is the brave and the bold put together. So Keeper says, "Game's up, Brucey boy. Hit him." And he jumps in front of the bullets for Alfred. "Run for it, Alfred. Good blow, sir." Okay. My God, those slugs melting in midair. Now I know who Carnes is. No.
Oh my God.
No. He's Captain Marvel. Oh no. He's Supergirl. No. This looks like a job for Superman.
Superman. Now let's take a pause for just a second, because what they just did there, they were about to kill Alfred, and then Carnes reveals his identity by stopping the bullets, and then Batman starts beating those guys up. Right. Why could they not have done this when they shot the other guy? Like, what changed from like 3 pages ago? Like, this scene was played out. They basically like say, "Bruce, sign this thing or we're going to shoot this guy." So they shoot the guy and something happens, which we'll get into in a second. But Superman did not jump in front to save him, right? He pulled a Zack Snyder and didn't save the guy. And then so he got shot. But now he's saving Alfred. Like, well, why didn't you just do this in the beginning? It would have been the same outcome. Like, that there's no difference in doing it now. It's just like,
he let the guy get shot, but he did take the bullets out and stuff.
Right, yes, which we're going to learn how, which is really even more outrageous. But anyway.
Good point. No, you look, if you're asking me why, I got nothing. That's Bob. And he, you know what? Even if he were with us, I don't think he could tell you. So, but it is a good question. Superman, you're really Superman, even though you're like way too tall and big. I guess we won't go into that. Button your lip, Bruce. Don't want those goons knowing my true ID. Bruce is the worst detective ever.
Yeah, he is bad.
Could mean the death of Jimmy Olsen. Come on, we better get airborne before a lucky bullet gets past my heat vision. Okay. And in no time in the Batcave. Okay, pal, you owe me the explanation of the decade. It all began with Morgan Edge sending Jimmy Olsen on a secret new assignment on white-collar crime in Gotham. That's when the Battalion of Doom group grabbed him. Yeah. And anyway, they threatened to kill Jimmy, and Morgan Edge didn't give a shit because he's a shitbag.
Right.
And I did like the scene where Superman goes to just keep this quiet, Edge, or I'll wrap the galaxy building around your ears.
That's awesome.
Good. Yeah, that was Superman. That's fine. But there we go. We got a Bob Haney mask. He puts on the Carnes mask.
Yeah.
Great art by Jim Aparo as always, folks.
I was a bit disappointed. I was a bit disappointed that he didn't pull the mask off and close and have his suit underneath.
I love that. Oh, you never get enough of those, by the way. They're great.
Yeah.
Matthew Pounder, what's up, buddy? So, turns out not to be the Riddler at all, folks. So what do you think it would be on Superman month? Anyway, he said, I hope to become Jimmy's jailer and rescue him. Never dreamed I'd wind up your keeper, Bruce. Blazes. I see it all now. Your impersonation was fantastic, but why didn't you reveal your identity to me? There's a question that I would ask.
Yeah,
right?
Bob. Why not, Bob?
Why not, Bob? I was never sure when I'm going to try to do this I can't approximate it exactly, but remember Danny Dark, who did his voice on Super Friends?
Yeah.
This just reminds me. I was never sure when the silo was bugged. I was never sure when the silo was bugged, Bruce. I see. I can't do Olin Soleil either. I see. And you allowed me to make those escapes and used your various powers to get me back in that solo cell in time. Check.
Yep.
As you've now guessed, I saved Week's life by performing super speed surgery on him moments after I dragged him away to be dumped where police would find him. But if you let a guy get shot, Picasso. That's hilarious, dude.
The guy got shot a bunch of times and he performed. When did this surgery happen? I know Superman is fast.
I guess invisible super speed. Back then he had invisible super speed, remember? He was pretty powerful back then.
Yeah, no, I mean
which he's so powerful the story doesn't work on any level.
Right.
To be perfectly honest
I just oh my god, I love it. I just don't get it. It's just like, did you have like surgical, like would you use your heat vision to close the wounds up, I guess, or something like
super speed surgery?
like, okay.
That's fantastic. Oh, crap. Good to see you there, Matthew Pounder and Picasso. Okay, so anyway, that settles that, right? This is one of my favorite parts going up here. I hope that during your escapes as Batman, you'd find out where Jimmy and the other hostages were being held. Well, he can't because he's not Batman in this comic. He's a dummy. Yes,
Right.
but I was so worried about Alfred here, I never had time to dig up much. That doesn't sound like Batman to me. Sir, I think perhaps I may have a clue as to where those hostages are located. This copy of the Gotham Gazette, the top hood carried about. He circled certain letters. New order. Looks like random doodling to spell out one of the terriblest mottos, but it's not. That's it. Superimpose the page over an equal-sized map of Gotham, and I don't even know what this is. So weird. 8 points, 8 locations, all in quiet suburban streets. They're the hostage hotels. Alfred, you may just be a great detective. I've studied under the world's greatest, sir. Who?
Who? Yeah, who is that?
Sherlock Holmes?
First of all, why did they use a newspaper? This is so weird. Like, wouldn't they just use a map? Like, it's just like we're gonna use the most convoluted thing. I was like, let's circle them on a newspaper. Oh wait, now I have to find a map that matches the exact same size of the newspaper.
And then Gordon with the attitude again. Yes, you better be right about this, Cape Crusader. Hello?
Hello?
Hang up on me, that damn jerk.
At
least we did ads.
Yeah. Comic books
Ads,
for
folks.
sale. What are those?
Yep, comics for sale.
Ooh, Atlas's Body in 7 days. Sign me up.
There you go. Those were those legit ads there.
That's totally legit.
1 hour later, Mr. Purple Hood dude is. Oh, these hostages are being found, I guess,
Right.
in these locations.
I'm going to say this again because I said this on the last time we had this gang or this similar gang, which is you could easily find out who's in it because they all bought purple hoods and the same jackets and pants. So
Yes.
It's like which Target? It's like recently we've sold 50 same pants and shirts from this Target. So I guess it was them.
Instead of that group, it was called the 1,000 Rifles or whatever. Now they just changed the name to the battalion. Hey, Keely Chow, Roll Tide. What are they? The
Battalion of Doom. Yeah,
the Battalion of Doom.
Yeah,
well, not a catchy name.
They're like, we don't want to. We bought all these masks. We really don't want to have them go to waste. Why don't we just form a new group and call ourselves the Battalion of Doom?
Not a catchy name because the Legion of Doom was on the Super Friends cartoon way back then. So
yeah. So is a Legion more than a battalion? I think someone in chat earlier said a battalion's 1,000.
I don't know. Well, there you go. Does it really? Well, there you go. Remember there were the 1,000 Rifles?
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
Sense?
It does make sense.
Okay, good, Bob. All right, Bob, we'll give you that one. It's dopey, but it's tough to follow your line of thinking, Bobo. Sorry. 8 strikes, 8 hostages rescued, but Jimmy wasn't one of them. Sorry. Yes, I have a hunch. This is what gets me. This one coming up on the part that really
right.
He stashed wherever the atomic bomb is a super hostage to keep me from interviewing the special detection units. They've covered Gotham twice over. Not a hint of an atomic device as shown on sensitive instrument. Maybe it's a gigantic bluff. The battalion doesn't bluff, and we can't chance that anyway. You and I have to find that bomb before before Gotham could die. There we go. Then I've got to show myself, and Jimmy will have to take his chances. You take the high road, I'll cover the streets and alleys. So the next couple of sequences is some nice Jim Aparo art, which is what the best about these comics, really.
Yeah.
At super speed, it will be tough for any battalion lookouts to see me. That makes sense. Good, you're Superman.
Oh, another point. That's 3 points for Bob.
Yes, and he doesn't really write a lot of. He writes Superman and World's Finest, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah,
because they used to have a thing called Invisible Super Speed. I think Carrie Bates came up with that. It may have been Haney. So as the countdown continues, Mr. Mayor, Commissioner, does this threat exist? What are you doing about it? It's all a false alarm, but we're covering all contingencies one side. Even though you just said it was a false alarm.
Right.
Anyway. So, but official denials wash over a city already showing signs of panic. Traffic jam. Evacuees choking every exit, but I can't detect any atomic warhead anywhere. Looting. The cops will have to deal with it. I must find that bomb. Tick, 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 tick. So here we are with the 11th hour, dude.
Right.
Let's see. Gotham Museum. Carlton French is still fussing over. Oh, here we go. All right, Batman. God, he's so clueless. Gotham Museum. Guess Carlton French is still fussing over that missing print while Holocaust looms.
Yeah.
Yes, the Batman's sharp senses detect something. This message can't be part of the graffiti exhibit. And then, let's see here. Damn it, I'm having trouble with my. What are you doing? My computer's being a chirp. Racing inside, Carlton, gone. These notes. So he had to. He was told. How many times was he told this by Carlton?
Yeah, I know. Like the guy kept calling him every 5 minutes.
More prints for Dad's collection. Good God!
Oh my God!
It's incredible. You say the old lead mine is just so. Wait a minute. If you'd have thought about this, if you'd have taken it seriously from the beginning, he would have known about this already.
Yeah, there'd be no comic book. True. He'd be like, "Oh, I know where it is. It's here. Here you go."
Or certainly, or at least when Superman, he would have, for example, he would have said, "Well, that is something. I don't know what it is, but it's something." And then when Superman tells him about Jimmy being held by the, in a secret place that he can't find, 2 and 2 together, the detective Batman will go, "That must be why they stole those prints."
Right.
Right? Why is that would have been, I understand you can't know everything, even a detective, but the detective in him would have put that together way back when Superman told him what's going on.
Right, exactly. And
hey, Stuart Mitchell.
Hey, Stuart. He would have at least checked it out to be like, okay, has to be some coincidence here. This can't be a coincidence. It's just so weird. Or even have someone else check, like even just alert Gordon and say, hey, Bruce Wayne was kidnapped, but one of his museum pieces was also taken. Maybe we check and see what like if Batman doesn't have time to do it, get one of the cops to do it.
Right. When he kept breaking out of that thing all those times, he should have checked out that lead.
Right, exactly.
He should
Cardinal Sin gave a super sticker.
Oh, Cardi, you here? I'm sorry, my eyes are on the thing. Hey, Cardinal Sin, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. You're too kind. 99 super sticker.
It looks like a potato flying or something.
Thank you. Thanks, Cardi. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Let's see here. Where were we? Okay, so now they're on their way. They find out. I moved the damn thing too much. Tick, 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 tick. So they finally realize where the thing is, and Superman's got to go in disguise for some reason.
I have no idea. Like, is there time to go put on a disguise and like do all this? Like, they already know theoretically, they could already know you've been flying around, even though you're doing it really fast.
You're Superman.
Like, go in there.
Hey, not only that, dude, you're Bronze Age Superman.
Right.
That means you can fly so fast into that thing and wrap those guys up so quickly that they can't get a shot off.
Yep.
They can't do anything. They can't. And by the way, the bomb's already set off. So he goes for no reason, just because I think Bob Haney just likes disguise scenes.
Yeah, he does.
I have a theory about Bob Haney loves putting superheroes in disguise for no reason.
Yeah. Let me put these pants on. I just I don't.
I'm not even kidding. I'm like, why? Why, Bob? Why?
Here, I'll put this helmet on, and I've now I look like a worker. It's like, who cares? Go down there.
So
what if he's wrong, right? Like, what if they got there and it wasn't there?
Yeah, so you just fly there. Let's see what the reason. The mine's lead walls keep from bomb detecting an atomic battalion abducted. Go. Yeah. Now you look like a sewer inspector. Check. But time's running out unless I can find the human sewer rats to just few. You're Superman. There's no such thing as time anymore. You know where the thing is.
And plus, when he was flying around and he detected an entire region covered in lead,
That's a big clue.
Yeah, and then when he couldn't find the bomb, he's like, wait a minute. I remember early there's an entire section covered in lead. Maybe I should check further. Literally, this happened in Superman Part 1 with Christopher Reeve, where he's like, oh, did you really think you could hide the detonator? Now, it was a trick by Luthor to get him to open up the lead box, but that was Luthor being smart. Superman didn't realize what he was being. But here, it's like, really, Superman? Like, I didn't realize this entire section is covered by lead. Maybe I should check it.
Maybe that's where you need to go. It's so dumb. It's just that's what I'm saying about his writing. When it's not silly or completely bonkers, it's just like he doesn't. That's why they called him Mr. Continuity, not just because he forgot, left out continuity from previous times. It's because he didn't have any. Sometimes he had no continuity between pages,
right?
From one page to the next.
Yeah, the Christmas one was the worst offender for that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. An instant later, smashing up through the street level. A good heave. So he is in his in that outfit again. Yeah. And he flies Jimmy and the other dude out, and he throws. Wow, I hope they didn't. I don't know. Jim should have. I don't know. At least they made it into space, and that blackmailing bomb explodes harmlessly in far space. So he could look at that. He could chuck that big bomb out into deep space. I'm pretty sure he could fly in there and get those guys pretty easily.
Yeah, really.
Anyway, so here we have our ending now. It's later as two comrades rejoice with a city they have delivered from disaster. Gotham's back to normal, but I'm not sure my nerves are. Thanks, old friend, for the biggest and most bizarre assist I ever had. My pleasure. Time to retire keeper cards, but who knows? Maybe that mug will prove useful another day. Sounds like Bob wants to use them again.
Right.
And that could be another brave and bold saga as we command all of you. Command? Who are you bossing around? All of you to be with the Batman and his fabulous teammates in the next 150 blockbusting issues. Hail and farewell. Sorry, there'll only be 50 more. And then they're going to cancel it and call it Batman and the Outsiders. Sorry to spoiler that for you.
Yeah.
I was pissed when Batman went, hey, Captain Finity, I'd be on. I was pissed off when they canceled Brave and the Bold at after number 200.
I love team up books, whether they're DC or Marvel. They're always my favorites. 2-in-1 is probably maybe the best one, but I like DC Presents, as you know. Brave and the Bold.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love all of these. Are so cool. Outsiders, I mean, I don't know. I read, like, I bought a couple of the Comixology collections of that, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, but like, I don't know. I like Batman just teaming up with. I like Brave and the Bold where it's Batman teaming up with someone else. That's sort of my favorite. I know before it was different things, but to me, it's like a Batman team up book.
No, I'm there with you. I love it. I love that stuff. I love, but I see 200 issue 200. They just canceled it. And they changed the book to Batman and the Outsiders, and I was one of those that was not happy with that. I mean, Batman and the Outsiders. First of all, I didn't like the stories that much. I mean, the group was. We have Batman. I like him. I like Black Lightning. I like Metamorpho. I didn't really care for any of the other ones. So
yeah, I agree with you.
I'm not big on the other guys,
Yeah.
So we have some nice ads, and look, oh my goodness,
Superman the movie.
Superman the movie, which was in theaters at the time, by the way.
Wow.
Read Superman in DC Comics. Yes, sir. And then go fishing.
I think I went fishing once and I was bored to tears. But anyway,
I haven't been in 30 years. I like fishing, but I haven't been in a long time. So we have a nice little, for those wondering, in the back of the comic, they have a nice little recap of the previous issues of The Brave and the Bold. That's kind of nice. And show some of the covers of the team ups. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
A nice issue. And again, it's at the time I bought this book frequently. There's some more ads. We never get enough of the ads now. That's some great ads. There's the back cover. And that, folks, is that.
There you go.
Issue. Yeah, I think we talked about it before. When it comes to certain titles back then. I had some never misses. I mean, I would never miss it. Then I had ones that would be frequent. I would say for me back then at that point, Brave and the Bold was a frequent comic for me because if I had to make a sacrifice because there was a Fantastic Four there, or there was a Legion book, or there was, or there was a 2-in-1, or something like that.
Right.
I might sacrifice a Brave and the Bold sometimes, but usually I would grab it.
Yeah, it's like you're getting two heroes for the price of one, right? It's like you're getting Batman and someone else. And if it just feels like you're like getting more value or whatever.
Yes, Phantom. Apparently the entire battalion was 8 guys in one mask. But yeah, no, it was. I did love Brave and the Bold, and because it was Batman teaming up with other people. Even though the way Bob wrote him, it was even years before I realized that was Bob Haney doing all that. For years, I had friends of mine who would say, the guy in Brave and the Bold isn't the same Batman from all the other books. He doesn't act anything like him. Boy, howdy, he does not. Not when Bob wrote him.
Yeah, no, and Bob did a lot of these, right? Like.
Yeah, at this point, like I said, the book opened
117th.
This was his 117th issue of Brave and the Bold, and he wrote the first one that became a theme of like number 50 or whatever. So
right,
he's considered the granddaddy of the team up comic because Brave and the Bold is the first official team up comic.
So that's number 50. Is that with Batman or someone else?
I think it was 50.
Okay, and then it becomes a Batman only team up book at some point, like probably in the 60s, right?
Let's see,
like,
it was
like not 1960s, but number 60 something.
It was 50. 50 was Green Arrow and Martian Manhunter, and then it was Aquaman, and the next one was Aquaman, Hawkman. The next one was Johnny Cloud and Sergeant Rock and the Haunted Tank. 53 was the Atom and the Flash. I had some of these. Robin, Kid Flash, and Aqualad were 54. Metalman and the Atom in 55. And then, let's see, where are we at? 56, Flash and Manhunter. So Batman didn't start really. He never took over the book for a while, but then he didn't really headline one to like number 59 with him and Green Lantern, looks like. But they kept shifting it up,
Right.
And then I think from about 57 on up. No, there was still one. It would be Batman for a while. Once in a while, they would change it up, but eventually, it just became Batman, and then, because he was so popular,
Yeah, I'm trying to. I wouldn't mind grabbing. I'm going to definitely grab because I've been grabbing these as we've been reviewing them, so I've been actually buying them. And we did 100 and 150, so I've got to get those two, and the other two I got the other two that we did. So there's a comic show this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sean and I are going to that, so I'm going to try to grab these two Brave and the Bulls. I'm trying to grab all the ones that we're doing because I think it's just neat to have them. But I have to check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 150. Yeah, 150. I have to get that. That's today's. Last one was 100, right? Was that the last one we did?
Yes. Again, to show everyone the ones we've done so far. I always keep them up here. First one we did was 124.
Yeah, I've got that for sure.
Rock. Yeah.
Yep.
Then of course Christmas.
Yes, I've got this one.
Christmas with Bob, Xmas with Bob Haney. You got both of those, right?
I got both of these. Yeah, so it's just the other two I need. Yeah, that's awesome.
So you need this one?
Still, yeah, 100%. I have to get that for sure.
Number 100. That was fun.
Yeah.
And now this one. Probably won't be. I don't think they'll cost too much.
No, they won't cost too much. No,
they
won't. They won't be that much.
Hey, your Muslim uncle. Good to see you. Oh, what's that? It said, nice. I picked the last one on eBay. It was not a great shape. Which one?
Which one was that?
Which one, Muslim uncle? Was it this issue right here? So yeah, I thought again, I did this one because again, there's some wackier ones. Man, oh dude, I read one we're gonna have to do soon with one of the I think his first time he teamed up with Commandy.
Okay. Oh, that'll be cool.
That was in a giant. It was one of the big, the oversized issues.
Right.
Wow, dude.
Oh, awesome.
It's so funny. He teamed up with Commandy a few times, which is
yeah, that's cool. I like the way they did it, even the cartoon too.
Yep. But that made sense the way they did it. Actually, this wow.
Oh,
I
awesome.
mean, I can't wait. That would be a fun one to show you. I'll see if I remember. I'll send you a link to that one. See what I'm talking. See if you think that's a good candidate for
Cool.
a review.
Is it it's Brave and the Bold, right?
See you later, Kal-El. What's that? Yes, it's
Is it Brave and the Bold?
I'll have to dig up the issue number then because I don't have it on. I can't remember the exact issue number. He's teamed up with Commandy a few times, but this was the first one, and it was one where it was an oversized 52, so there's like a lot of other stuff in it.
Muslim Uncle is saying the one with Sergeant Rock.
Okay, gotcha. Great stuff.
Yeah, I picked that one up last. Basically, I'll just because we have a show every like month or 2 months, so I usually whatever we review, I'll go and grab. I gotta get that. Cool. I gotta get that Superman annual you're doing today, mine. Or I guess you're not doing it tonight. Dan,
yeah, we're not doing it tonight now, unfortunately. I mean, I could do it, but I wanted to wait for Carlos. It would be more fun to do it that way.
But I need to get that one ASAP. I don't have that one. I kind of forgot. I actually I forgot about that.
You read that one?
No, I never. No, I know the storyline is, but I never read that one. Or if I did read it, it was so long ago that I basically didn't read it. But I know this. I know what the story.
They adapted it on Justice League, and as much as I like that show, I did not like the way they adapted it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I mean, if you're a big, I mean, it wouldn't probably matter as much,
right?
I mean, you might still get some of the gist of it if you're, if you hadn't read it, I suppose. But if you're a big fanatic for the original story of the comic, I think it was pretty hackneyed, to be honest with you.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, cool. I'm gonna read that.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of upset by it when it first came out. I remember being really angry with it, and everybody was like, "You're crazy, man! It's just as good as the guy." No, but anyway, that's the thing. Anyway, but so this is just a great fun, man. I always love doing it. And that was a fun way to continue our celebration of Superman month. Let's see what else we got going on, because I'm going to be back on in a couple of hours, folks. But anything going on with your channel? Do you want to tell us about what's going on? You just hit 1K, man. Congrats.
I got the 1,000. Thank you so much. I mean, you helped me out so much. You got me to that threshold or over that threshold. So that was awesome.
Glad to help.
I think most of the people here are subscribed to me, so I appreciate all you guys. It's great. I'm going to get back to more of what we kind of started. Sean and I used to do a lot of comic book reviews. We started off doing Bronze Age stuff, and then we kind of like just moved on and we had to cover the movies and everything because that was what's popular. But I'm sort of taking a page out of your book and just kind of doing the things that I really like now. And I'm trying to get less involved in arguing with people and fighting with everybody. So I'm trying to make it more fun. So we do our verses where we take the two movies and put them against each other. We just did Captain America versus the Winter Soldier. We're going to do Captain America 100 on Friday.
I clicked the notification on there, man. I wish I could be there. Damn it. I mean, just to watch. I'm not saying I want to butt in. I'm saying I just want to watch it. But you guys are going what time?
Probably 7:30 p.m. Eastern, which is for you 6. No, what is that for you? 6:30?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes, that'll be 6:30.
I might be on with Dad, man. We got one more show to do on the Super Bowl, so that's what I'm saying. My Friday nights are usually, I'm just during football season. It's over now after this one.
Yeah, but, we're just rotating stuff. We're talking about like we're gonna do the Phantom movie, the Billy Zane. We're gonna get that. So yeah, just the stuff that we like now, and I still do the wrestling thing on Tuesdays, which is basically just indulging me and Steve's it has nothing to do with my channel really, but we're just like it's like we love the female wrestling division, so we just do that. So
cool.
Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to J-Man if you haven't already, my friends. Dude, I mean, it's just so much fun just doing the stuff you like, right?
Yeah, it's Steve kind of convinced us to say, hey, it's like, because he was even saying he doesn't want to come on these, because we had a bunch of live streams and they just get out of hand with everyone like yelling and screaming at each other. And I will fight. My problem is that I won't back down and I will continue to fight. And then Sean always kind of laughs afterwards, like, oh, you just want to fight with people. I'm like, well, I actually don't want to fight with people, but it's like you start to enjoy the fighting, and I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't be enjoying this anymore. I've got to like go back to basics.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little fun sometimes, but it just depends on if it's amicable. If it's like friends goofing off.
Oh yeah. We can make fun of each other for sure, and there's some questionable. I have some questionable taste in movies like Highlander 2 and all that other good stuff. Even though
we
I
can ribbon each
legitimately
other.
like Highlander 2.
Yeah. No, I got you. No, I got you. When we're ribbing each other, it's okay. But I guess, look, I get accused of hating everything, as you well know, and
Right.
yet I don't know if I ever do a show that's just about me trashing stuff. I just trash stuff sometimes in passing. I never do a show like tonight. We're going to talk about like Man of Steel. I did one like when I first started on YouTube, my
Right.
first month. I found my old review that my absolutely insane bonkers review I wrote back right after I saw the movie in 2013 that got so many people mad at me, and it was a long ass review. And I came on here, I made I streamed myself reading my review,
Mhm.
and it took over an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
Just me by myself.
Wow.
And hey, Mark, there with us.
Oh, hi. I said Highlander 2, Mark. Thanks for listening.
Yes, there you go. And
Yep.
I did. So that was about me hating something, sure.
Oh man.
But for the most part, I won't back down from hating something. But I mean, like I hate the filth, that kind of stuff. We do that. We say we hate stuff. But as far as doing a show like tonight, every night we're going to do a show where we argue with people who like this that we hate.
Right.
Or we hate it. Yeah, it never was me. I mean, and like I say, in a casual conversation, sure. But as far usually it's about, for example, even if we're brutal to a Star Trek episode, we still love Star Trek. So when we're reviewing Star Trek, yes, we're tearing the hell out of them. We're really I'm surprised how critically problematic how severely critically flawed some of those Deep Space Nine episodes are.
I love
them.
Deep
Yeah, we would love it if you watch it every week again. And they got some bad stuff. Dude, I like the show. I love the show. But some episodes, Raquel's brutal, of course we know. But the show there's some really bad ones sometimes.
You got to be
It doesn't
hypercritical.
make the show bad though.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, but we've decided that we're doing that. We are legitimately trashing or criticizing things.
Yeah.
But we still love the show. We wouldn't be criticizing the show on an individual basis if it's a show we didn't like.
Yeah, there's this weird rule with some of the geeks and nerds is that, like, if you and I get together and we're saying something bad about Deep Space Nine or we didn't like this aspect, it's okay. But if someone who doesn't know anything about Star Trek or doesn't like Star Trek and they're making fun of it, then they're not allowed to do that. So it's like,
yes,
I'm allowed to make fun of Deep Space Nine, but no one else is allowed to make fun of it. That's my kind of like insider rule, right? So,
yeah, that works absolutely. Yeah. Oh man, well, I tell you what, dude, this was so much fun. That I don't want it to end. I'd like to do more of them, or just hanging out with you in general. And one of these days, let's get Sean involved with a review or something. You don't want him to come to Earth B because it would be too rough on him. I know he wouldn't. I don't think he would like Earth B. I'm not sure Sean would like Earth B, but we could try. But I'm kidding. He might like it.
We can get him on for something else for sure. Like,
I'd love to. That'd be cool. Yeah, absolutely. So, man, I want to thank you so much. Everyone, please subscribe to J-Man's channel. You got the link in there in the chat and stuff. And if you have not already, why haven't you? But if you have not already. And what you got going on the channel this week? You said you got some stuff Friday, right?
So we're seeing that rubbish Ant-Man movie, or as I renamed it. I'm glad that you're using my official name.
Yes, I'm stealing your name for it.
Which is Wasp makes fun of Ant-Man for 2 hours.
It's perfect.
That's
probably
the
true
name.
too.
Yeah. That is true. I'm 100% confident on that. I'll say Highlander 2 sucks if that doesn't happen. How's that? That's how confident.
Wow.
No, I won't say that because just in case. But no, yeah. So we're seeing that. So then Friday we were gonna do an Ant-Man stream, but then Steve talked me out of it. So we're gonna look at Captain America 100, and we'll probably look at Tales. We'll probably do Tales 98 and 99 because I think they all kind of lead into each other. So we'll probably look at that
cool.
this Friday. So yeah.
Nice. Gotcha. Well, that's fantastic. I decided not to do it other than for example, if I'm on, I'll talk about Ant-Man, but not a big deal. So and then we agreed to go on there with comics. So we'll do it on Comics Division channel. So everyone, when I get this over in a minute here, I'll be back on at 9. I'll be back on in about a little over an hour and a half to do. Although I won't be able to do the comics review that Carlos and I were going to do because I can't make it. It'll just be open Superman talk. I might review a random Superman comic. I'm going to pull one out of nowhere and just review that sucker. Even if I haven't read it yet, I might review it and just show it to you and read it with you. I don't know. We'll do something Superman. It'll be Superman, of course. And then tomorrow night, of course, I should be on with the great Midnight's Edge After Dark, Tom and that august body around 6 Central. And then Wednesday night, as far as I know, the Comic Book Roundtable will be on. And, well, tomorrow night on Midnight's Edge, what we're going to be talking about. The trailers, the Super Bowl trailers. Right. So that'll be fun. Then Comic Book Roundtable, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time Wednesday night, and then 9 p.m. Wednesday night. What's usually the Clubhouse on Thursday night it'll be the Clubhouse, but on a special night on a Wednesday night with Raquel and Mark, because Mark and I are going to be on the next night. It won't be at Clobbering Times this Thursday. We're going to be on the Comics Division show, the great Comics Division, who was an extraordinary gentleman, and we appreciate him and really, really are honored to be there. He's a great fellow. We're going to be on there with that gang reviewing Wasp Abuses Ant-Man for 2 hours. Oh, I'm sorry. Makes fun of him. I like your title better, but still. Wasp makes fun of Ant-Man for 2 hours. We're all going to review it. So that means Thursday I've got to go watch it. And then Friday I'll be on with Dad Man to review the Super Bowl and maybe with the Nick's Comic Shop gang for Comic Shop Talk at 8:30 for that. So, yeah. And, of course, as always, Saturday night, we're going to have Saturday Night Star Trek number 106. 4 more episodes of Deep Space Nine, including my favorite one of all time. Spoiler alert.
I wonder which one it is.
I wonder. You could not even guess, I'm sure. Well, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all so much for being here. I don't want to leave either. We don't want to leave. J-Man doesn't want to leave, but he has to come early, probably. So, thanks, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Everyone, I will be back soon. Please have a remarkable remainder of your evening.
Get those nerds! Nerds! What?
Agonizer, please.
Clobberanimo! It's clobbering time! I just love clobbering time!